Hey humans, welcome to Read to Me, Matt Dunn. I'm Matt Dunn, and this is Gamora. I don't know if she's in shot, but this is her butt. I'm sure you can see her butt. Butt, Gamora, Gamora, butt, thigh, butt, thigh, leg back. I don't know dog anatomy, but that was pretty damn close, right? Okay. Look, Monday and Tuesday I will be premiering my videos. So that means I will be there live when the video goes public, and I will be there watching and, ready for some funny comments, not so funny comments, saying, hey, whatever. It's a community kind of thing, right? Right. 2, if you would like to reach me by any means, you can email me at talktomattdunn@gmail.com. That's talk, T-A-L-K, the number 2, and then my name, Matt Dunn. I don't know about caps or anything. Who knows, right? But anyway, please feel free to subscribe if you like what I'm doing. And if you don't, then please feel free to comment and tell me that you don't like what I'm doing. Why? Come on. Am I just a guy doing a thing? Reading books. Right? So here, let's get into it. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. The one and only Jane Austen. There was probably 2 Jane Austens, and she was probably like, why'd you name me Jane? Dad, Stephen, it's probably Stephen Austen, probably named his daughter Jane and was like, ha. I would do that. I don't know if I would do that. But it doesn't matter if I would do that or not, because my last name's not Austen. So it wouldn't make sense. If I named my kid Steve, I wouldn't even get it. Chapter 27. Let's get in on this with words. With no greater events than these in the Longbourn family, and otherwise diversified by little beyond the walks to Meryton, sometimes dirty and sometimes cold, did January and February pass away. March was to take Elizabeth to Hunsford. She had not at first thought very seriously of going thither, but Charlotte, she soon found, was depending on the plan, and she gradually learned to consider it herself with greater pleasure as well as greater certainty. She definitely wants to go visit her new friend bride. I don't know what you call those. New friend bride friend, with the dude that wanted to marry you. He so wanted to be in your shit. But you didn't want that, which is okay. It was your choice. Almost went back to chapter. Let's do this. Absence had increased her desire of seeing Charlotte again and weakened her disgust of Mr. Collins. Because it's not her problem anymore, right? She was really mean to Mr. Collins. He's only ever been trying, and he'd been trying the wrong way because he clearly was raised the wrong way. You always got to blame the parents. I blame the parents for everything. If there's something wrong with me, blame my parents, because they're the ones that did or didn't do anything right? There was novelty in the scheme, and as with such a mother and such uncompanionable sisters, home could not be faultless. A little change was not unwelcome for its own sake. The journey would, moreover, give her a peep at Jane, and, in short, as the time drew near, she would have been very sorry for any delay. Everything, however, went on smoothly and was finally settled according to Charlotte's first sketch. Like idea or something? I don't know. Cool. She likes to draw. Whatever. She was to accompany Sir William and his second daughter. The improvement of spending a night in London was added in time, and the plan became perfect, as plan could be. As plan could be. She was just like, dope, dope, dope. This is going pretty well. Everything seems quite nice. I can't have a bad day. Isn't that always the shit? You think everything's going great, and then there's something behind your shoulder, and she's going to turn around, and I swear to God, fucking Darcy's going to be there, and she's going to be like, what the fuck? I swear to God. Let me check. Well, next chapter. Darcy's right. No, I'm just kidding. The only pain was in leaving her father, who would certainly miss her, and who, when it came to the point, so little liked her going, that he told her to write to him, and almost promised to answer her letter. That's the most... The father clearly only ever likes Elizabeth. Like, what the fuck happened to all the other children? He just doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't even like the mother. He's just like, that one kid has got it. I got one kid that's gonna pass my legacy on. Concentrate on her. Seriously, Elizabeth, don't fucking die on me. Don't die on me. Make sure you write. Oh, you're the only one that's gonna be like smart. That's his anchor, or that's why he's not worried about whatever's gonna happen to the family, because he knows Elizabeth is gonna be back on the bus and taking all of London down and going like, I don't know what she does. Jesus fucking Christ. The farewell between herself and Mr. Wickham was perfectly friendly. On his side, even more. Of course, always his side. His present pursuit could not make him forget that Elizabeth had been the first to excite and deserve his attention, the first to listen and to pity, the first to admire, to be admired, and in his manner of bidding her adieu, wishing her every enjoyment, reminding her of what she was to expect in Lady Catherine de Bourgh, and trusting their opinion of her, their opinion of everybody, would always coincide. There was a oh my God, there's so many fucking... There was a solicitude, an interest which she felt must ever attach her to him with a most sincere regard, and she parted from him convinced that, whether married or single, he must always be her model of the amiable and pleasing. Totally. She'll think of him, whether she's single or married. This guy. Her fellow travelers the next day were not of a kind to make her think him less agreeable. Sir William Lucas and his daughter Maria, a good-humored girl, but as empty-headed as himself, had nothing to say that could be worth hearing, and were listened to with about as much delight as the rattle of the chassis. She is harsh. Elizabeth loved absurdities. She deserves no one. She deserves to be alone. Who fucking cares? You're like really mean. Elizabeth loved absurdities, but she had known Sir William's too long. He could tell her nothing new of the wonders of his presentation and knighthood, and his civilities were worn out, like his information. God damn! Oh, burn! The roast of Sir William Lucas, am I right? Oh my God. Who else do we got going on here? Is she gonna roast fucking Jane too? You're too nice. You're way too beautiful. I like how your voice sounds. Those are compliments. God damn it, Jane, you're perfect. Oh, that's what she says. It was a journey of only 24 miles, and they began it so early as to be in Grace Church Street by noon. As they drove to Mr. Gardiner's door, Jane was at a drawing room window watching their arrival. When they entered the passage, she was there to welcome them, and Elizabeth, looking earnestly in her face, I guess there was earnestness in her face. I don't know. And Elizabeth, looking earnestly in her face, was pleased to see it healthful and lovely as ever. Whose? Jane? Jane! Jane! I read right over it. Jane! Jane! Who? Jane. Her sister, the perfect Jane. Oh, Lord behold. But Jane doesn't sound like she's the go-getter. You know what I mean? Is she going to get him? She did go out to get him. She is a go-getter. Go Jane. Oh, Jane, looking so earnestly in her face, was pleased to see it healthful and full of a lovely face ever face. On the stairs were a troop of little boys and girls, whose eagerness for their cousin's appearance would not allow them to wait in the drawing room, and whose shyness, as they had not seen her for 12 months, for a 12-month, you could say a year, it's okay. You don't have to fucking mix shit up. For a 12-month. Really? God, it's like... Okay, for a 12-month, prevented their coming lower. Because they are shy. On the stairs. Shy on the stairs! All was joy and kindness. The day passed most pleasantly away, the morning in bustle, shopping, and the evening at one of the theaters. But all the horde of children were still shyly watching from the stairs. Always watching, but happy, but watching. What if you always had children watching you? Like, fucking creepy. You wouldn't do anything wrong, right? You certainly wouldn't steal in front of children, because they would be influenced by you. Unless, of course, you wanted to be influenced to bad influence. You're a bad influence if you do that. Elizabeth then contrived to sit by her aunt. Their first subject was her sister, and she was more grieved than astonished to hear, in reply to her minute inquiries, that though Jane always struggled to support her spirits, there were periods of dejection. It was reasonable, however, to hope that they would not continue long. Mrs. Gardiner gave her the particulars also of Miss Bingley's. Fucking what? Mrs. Gardiner gave her the particulars also of Miss Bingley's visit in Grace Church Street, and repeated conversations occurring at different times between Jane and herself, which proved that the former had, from her heart, given up the acquaintance. The former... Miss Gardiner then rallied her niece, on Wickham's desertion, and complimented her on bearing it so well. But my dear Elizabeth, she added, what sort of girl is Miss King? I should be sorry to think our friend mercenary. I don't know what the fuck that means. Pray, my dear aunt, what is the difference in matrimonial affairs between the mercenary and the prudent Motive? Huh? Where does discretion end and avarice begin? Huh? Last Christmas you were afraid of his marrying me because it would be imprudent. And now, because he is trying to get a girl with only 10,000 pounds, you want to find out that he is mercenary. Anyway, you get it. If you will only tell me what sort of girl Miss King is, I shall know what to think. Who is this fucking Miss King? Is that the dart? Nah. She is a very good, kind girl, I believe. I know no harm of her. But he paid her not the smallest attention till her grandfather's death made her mistress of this fortune. No, why should he? If it were not allowable for him to gain my affections because I had no money, what occasion could there be for making love to a girl whom he did not care about and who was equally poor? But there seems indelicacy in directing his attention towards her so soon after this event. Is it? What the fuck are they talking about? I'm in the wrong conversation, that's for sure. I don't even belong in this room. But there seems I already said that one. A man in distressed circumstances has not time for all those elegant decorums which other people may observe. If she does not object to it, why should we? Okay. That makes sense. But listen, shut the fuck up. Her not objecting does not justify him. It only shows her being deficient in something herself, sense or feeling. Well, cried Elizabeth, I have it. As you choose. He shall be mercenary, and she shall be foolish. No, Lizzie. That is what I do not choose. I should be sorry, you know, to think ill of a young man who has lived so long in Derbyshire. Oh, if that is all, I have a very poor opinion of young men who live in Derbyshire, and their intimate friends who live in Hertfordshire are not very much better. I am sick of them all, thank heaven. I'm going tomorrow where I shall find a man who has not one agreeable quality, who has neither manner nor sense to recommend him. Stupid men are the only ones worth knowing after all. Fuck yeah. Go get him. Go get him, Elizabeth. Just let it go. Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop being so hard on everybody else. You're so fucking stick up your ass, Elizabeth. That's what they should call you. Stick up your ass, Elizabeth. Boop, boop. Take care, Lizzie. That speech savors strongly of disappointment. Ooh, you're right. You're just going to be disappointed. Go ahead, do it. But you're just going to give up on life. Sad. Before they were separated by the conclusion of the play, she had the unexpected happiness of an invitation to accompany her uncle and aunt in a tour of pleasure, which they proposed taking in the summer. A tour of pleasure in the summer. Yeah, let's plan for that. Plan for that, please. We have not quite determined how far it shall carry us, said Mrs. Gardner, but perhaps to the lakes. No scheme could have been more agreeable to Elizabeth, and her acceptance of the invitation was most ready and grateful. "My dear aunt," she rapturously cried, "what delight! What felicity! You give me fresh life and vigor. Adieu to disappointment and spleen. What are men to rocks and mountains? Oh, what hours of transport we shall spend! And when do we return? It shall not be like other travels without being able to give one accurate idea of anything. We will know where we have gone. We will recollect what we have seen. Lakes, mountains, rivers shall not be jumbled together in our imagination. Nor when we attempt to describe any particular sense will we begin quarreling about its relative situation. Let our first effusions be less insupportable than those of the generality of travelers. Fuck yeah. We're gonna go get it this summer. We're gonna go fuck men over here. We're gonna go fuck men over there. Not necessarily to fuck men. Necessarily be like, fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. And then they're just gonna have like a lady day. Lady day. Ooh, well. Let's hear more about that lady day. Beep boop in the mountains. I'm gonna go get a lady day in the mountains. So that was chapter 27. Hot damn. What a chapter. What a chapter indeed. What do you think? I thought that chapter was going to end more poorly, but it didn't. Ended on quite a good note. She is hippin', spittin', and skipping to the future. She knows who she is. That's good. You gotta know who you are. I know who I am. Just kidding. Who am I really? Oh, God. Anyway, let's find out who I am in this next video. If you like to see more, please subscribe. And if you'd like to see more, please just check out some more of my videos. Thanks for coming in today. Oh my God. Thanks, I'll see you tomorrow. And then Gamora will be here, hopefully. God damn, Gamora. Hey, Gamora. We're gonna squeeze Gamora. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze Gamora's butt. Anyway, remember, I said my email is talktomattdunn@gmail.com. And if you want, you can reach out, say hey. I don't know if there's an easier way to contact me. You know what I mean? I don't know how these things work. I'm new to this networking thing. Anyway, I got buttons over here, got buttons over there, got buttons right here, got some things over there. I really appreciate you coming out to check out this video, and I hope I can inspire more. Just stay weird, man.